longest reigning Knockouts women's champions in Impact Wrestling history, has reportedly signed with the WWE. Also in this video, we'll talk about creative issues with a big-name superstar from AEW and how he isn't reportedly too happy with the direction people may have for him for going down and working in Impact Wrestling. Plus, one of the top tag teams in New Japan Pro Wrestling is also heading to Impact. A lot of Impact Wrestling stories to talk about today on a Sunday afternoon news flash. If you're watching this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. That helps us out. And subscribe to us on Facebook or on the YouTubes, wherever you get that stuff. We'll also have full coverage tonight of NXT TakeOver with a live post show. So make sure those notifications are on so you can get your comments on screen. Let's jump right into the stories of the day. Taya Valkyrie reportedly signs with WWE. This is coming from Mike Johnson at PWI Insider. The report coming out this weekend saying she is expected to be a part of the next announced class of signees, wrote Johnson. Last week, Paul Levesque, Triple H, touted that the next class of signings for WWE would be the largest quotient of female talent. So this isn't the only female superstar coming to the new flock of talent for WWE. Johnson also notes that Taya Valkyrie was present at this past Wednesday's NXT taping. So maybe we even see her either tonight on TakeOver or the following Wednesday on NXT on USA Network. The move has been widely expected for some time. Taya Valkyrie was written off of Impact Wrestling Television last month when she was convicted of the murder of John E. Bravo. Tommy Dreamer stating that she would serve hard time in Jacksonville or Stanford, allusions obviously to AEW based in Jacksonville, Florida, and WWE's headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. Even before that, you could say that, she was connected to several WWE superstars. She's married to John Morrison, who's right now on Raw, and has been part of WWE heavily for the past year or so. And, there's been talk of her doing this for quite some time. I think Taya is ready for a move like this. I think this is a better move for her than probably AEW, because I think WWE, specifically on the NXT side, could need a fun new heel to shake things up with some veteran experience who knows how to frame themselves to the camera. And the experience is not something to be denied in WWE right now. What do you guys think of this move? This is a pretty big one. Fans are shouting off. All people say she'll be a wash in the WWE. I don't know about that, man. Tony Breaks tuning in from Los Angeles. If you're watching our live stream and catching this news, let us know where you guys are watching from here. Benjamin Jones is surprised by this move, saying, wow. Alan Webster saying, not really a bombshell. Her husband works there. Yeah, I can see where people connect the dots here. Some people excited to see what this could mean for NXT. We have more news coming from WWE at the moment. We have NXT TakeOver tonight. It is Vengeance Day, not Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day, but it's Vengeance Day. I guess if someone broke up with you, this would be the right thing to watch. We'll be doing a live post show of that. We're looking forward to it. We have post shows, by the way, for Raw, AEW, NXT, all of them every single week. So make sure those notifications are on, or just simply get them on demand in the podcast feed. You go and subscribe, and they're all available at WrestleZone.com. More news that we're getting from WrestleZone right now. The creative direction of this very unique open door policy between Impact Wrestling and AEW. Now, for the past few months, it has seen Kenny Omega, the AEW champion, go over to Impact and headline their Hard to Kill pay-per-view in a 6-man tag team match. It saw the Good Brothers, the Impact tag team champions, go over to Dynamite. And we've seen Private Party now go over. They were part of the No Surrender pay-per-view just last night for Impact. So Impact really benefiting from all these different collaborations. We'll get into a couple right now, but it looks like one superstar not too keen on this collaboration is Sammy Guevara. Now, Sammy Guevara this week in Storyline on television left the Inner Circle faction. He quit on Chris Jericho and his group and left that group. Now, we're learning from multiple sources here that Sammy Guevara is not too happy about the reported creative direction of him and whatever they were going to present him as in Impact Wrestling. So he apparently has been pulled from that. And it's a pretty odd storyline. And we're going to get right into it here. Make sure I have all my notes. Don't want to mess this one up here. So he gets pulled from this taping because he has some creative disagreements. This is from Slam Wrestling, pretty reliable source north of the border. They note, quite a few people in the Canadian wrestling world, and there are some Canadian names here involved. Now, according to them, Guevara was slated to appear at Impact Wrestling, but did not like the creative direction and the angle and made it known to executives. Chris Jericho apparently came up with the idea and pitched it to Tony Khan, AEW president, who in turn got into contact with Impact about making it happen. However, Impact was not on board with the initial idea. Impact reportedly received a direct message from Guevara, who made it known that he did not like the creative direction. Several different ideas were changed. A second idea was presented. That one was greenlit by Tony Khan. Guevara still not on board. Tony Khan was reportedly very upset about this, and Jericho even went so far as to reaching out to Don Callis, one of the EVPs of Impact, about banning Guevara from Impact moving forward. Jericho would eventually tell Guevara to go home and not continue going to Nashville. So they may have just cut him off mid-trip. Now, Sean Rassap of Fightful Select, always tipping the cap to him on the scoop machine that he runs there. Good. He got a lot of news coming out there. Good on you, son. He chimed in by saying that he would also independently confirm that an AEW wrestler, not ID'd at that time as Guevara, was not happy with the creative direction, and he could not validate the story of Tony Khan or Chris Jericho being upset with the situation. He also said he did not think the relationship between the companies would be negatively impacted, for lack of a better word. Now, we're waiting for official word from some other sources on this, but this is just what we know now. Certainly, it seems like Guevara unhappy with maybe going and doing some duties in Nashville that he doesn't feel are beneficial to him. What do you think of that? Even more news about Impact is they are continuing to collaborate and do some big things. New Japan Pro Wrestling's top breakout tag team, Finn Juice. All right, this is David Finlay, son of Fit Finlay, and Juice Robinson, formerly known in WWE NXT as CJ Parker. They are coming to Impact. This promo was ran last night on the No Surrender pay-per-view. The duo has been tagging since 2018. They are a one-time IWGP Tag Team Champion, and due to the coronavirus pandemic, they've spent most of 2020 out of action. You know, the different quarantine rules, getting from the United States, getting from different parts of the world over to Japan, pretty hard here. So it's nice that they are under contract with New Japan. They're being presented as New Japan stars in Impact. Another example that the forbidden door is now open. This has all been in motion for quite some time. Another example of the continued collaboration between AEW, Impact, and other promotions is that AEW's main event from this past week, which featured Kenta, and another New Japan star is Jon Moxley. People may not know this if you don't follow New Japan. He is the reigning IWGP United States champion. Kenta and him are set to face at the upcoming New Beginnings pay-per-view event for New Japan. So that main event this past Wednesday on TNT Dynamite Television featured them in tag team action all over the place. Crazy match. New Japan featured that match itself on the New Japan World streaming service. So it's another example that the doors are indeed open. Now, these are being done under very specific rules, different quarantining. Are we going to see the big names from Japan come over like a Hiroshi Tanahashi or a Kazuchika Okada at the moment? I would hold off on that. And if that does happen, it may not happen until sometime later in 2021 when coronavirus pandemic vaccinations are quite more widespread. Travel regulations are pulled back. It's kind of hard to get a superstar from the United States over to Japan right now. Talking to people in the industry, that is a very, very challenging thing. And it's going to continue to have widespread ramifications on all of live entertainment well beyond wrestling. It's already affecting different people in the film industry. There's major network TV shows you're seeing filmed where they have to film people in separate spaces, even though they're supposed to be in the same scene together. So it's just creating a whole bunch of different things. And it's kind of wild how New Japan, AEW, and Impact are still finding a way to do this. And with all the testing protocols and all the different areas that they have to travel to. So I applaud it. What do you think? Are you pumped by this news? Is this exciting for you? People want to see the Rainmaker in AEW. They would love to see Kazuchika Okada show up in AEW. Other people signing off here. Other people saying Sammy should just do what he's told. Do what you're told. And people saying I won't be surprised if AEW cuts ties with Sammy. I don't know if it's that severe, guys. We don't know the full story. Right now, it is a developing story. When we know more, we'll have it at WrestleZone.com. We'll be live tonight after NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. So if you're watching this video and you're having a good time, I see how many of you are watching. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Really, really helps us out. And join us for the post show later on tonight. Remember, when watching wrestling, please enjoy.